You know, whenever something bad happens, you always hear about first responders. But where do they get their training? Today, we're at Oakland County International Airport at the First Responders Training Workshop. So we're here at the First Responders Workshop at Oakland County International Airport with Corinne Behringer. You're the organizer of this event. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here today.
We have it planned. We have several speakers. One couple from the FAA, very knowledgeable, one aviation side, one the mechanics side, and they're going to talk about the aircraft and the actual specific items to be careful and to watch out for things that go boom and explode. Now, there are some training events that go on for fire and EMTs, but not a lot is addressed to the police officers. And in the event, the unfortunate event of an accident, frequently they are first on the scene because they are mobile. But even so, with all of the advances in aviation and the technology, the avionics, drones, all kinds of composites, there are some dangers that some of these people may not be aware of.
The FAA safety team is to do safety promotion through safety education. That's why we're here today. There's a lot of information here that they may have seen, but there's probably just as much information that they haven't seen and haven't put together in this type of format.
Yeah, I'm Andy Wilson, Assistant Fire Chief out at Selfridge National Guard Base. I'm just here teaching some of the hazards of military aircraft today. I teach them how to handle it and what to watch out for if a military aircraft would crash in their area.
Awareness of your surroundings and awareness of what could happen, what happens, what do you do if you come across or you witness an accident. For these first responders, it's vitally important that they know the materials that they're dealing with, the structures of the airplane that they're dealing with. So that's why we have a day like today.
With the military aircraft, we have ejection seats and munitions and missiles and stuff like that you don't see in the commercial world and in the civilian world. So those are different hazards that I want to train the local fire department and local responders about so that they can handle these incidents or know when to avoid them so that they don't hurt themselves, because that's our number one priority, is keeping our responders safe so they can do their job.
There's so many different types of aircraft nowadays between military aircraft and civil aircraft that we want to point out those unique features of those. For example, the military aircraft, you have the ejection seat, so there's charges there that make the seat eject for the pilot, and so you got to be careful on that in case they didn't deploy those charges. There's ammunition on board, so rockets and missiles, so you have to be very careful about that and how you approach the airplane. And of course, then there's fuel concerns with regards to that could cause a fire if it's sparked by electrical means or other source.
What they're typically used to with automobiles, accidents, doesn't necessarily carry over to aircraft. The materials that we use, the structures of the airplane, the fluids that we use are significantly different. So it's good for them to be able to protect themselves, protect the occupants of the airplane by knowing what they're dealing with.
Jet engines versus turbine engines versus piston-powered engines. Depending on the type of design, they use a different octane level or a different gel level in the fuels. Most Jet A won't gel at altitude, so at 40,000 feet it's still liquid.
The airplane is also built out of composites, so if it were to burn, there would be a hazardous material concern. The carbon fibers would be bad for the first responders, so we want to make sure basically their personal protection equipment to prevent them from getting harmed.
We work with these chemicals every day, but on the other side, for the responders, they don't see them as often as we do. So we practice the precautions every day when we handle them, and we just want them to know about these chemicals as they come upon a site, that it's going to be everywhere, and that these chemicals will instantly react to your body, to your eyes, to your skin, to your touch, and to the victims. We have the 5606 is like a mineral oil, but it's normally in the struts and the shocks on the aircraft. The Skydrol is a hydraulic fluid which runs all up and down the aircraft through all the hydraulic lines to power it. Both very aggressive chemicals, both very caustic and can burn you on your body. And then the different types of gas, the Jet A, the low lead, and basically auto gas. But those are all chemicals and substances that you can be up against when you approach an accident scene.
It's information overload, really, but it's something that they can take back. Even if they take a little piece out of it, one little thing we're teaching, that to say, okay, this is what you need to look out for, or this is what you need to do, that could lead to, you know, another life saved, you know, something that they may not have any experience with, but because they took this class today, they can save a life or save an aircraft.
Now that the day is almost complete and these first responders have been amply educated, what are they going to leave with here today?
I think they're going to leave with a much better idea of what is involved and what the aircraft looks like, things they're going to have to be aware of, and what they're going to have to be very cautious about when approaching an accident site, because the whole point of this is we don't want the first responders, whether it's fire, police, EMTs, to become part of the accident scene. If we can just save one life, then all of this will definitely be worth it.
If people want more information, how can they get it?
Go to faa.gov, click on seminars, and then you don't have to log in or be a member. Click on seminars and then click on Michigan, the state of Michigan, and it'll have a whole list of whatever safety seminars are coming up. And then you can get the information on who to contact and how to register from there. This particular seminar was free for first responders, and it was provided for you. We had sponsors that helped us provide the breakfast and lunch, so this was totally free. A lot of these safety seminars are free, so that's something to think about. You can certainly attend.
I want to thank Corinne Behringer for being my host today, being a great host today here at Oakland County International Airport. And if you like this video or any of my videos and you want to see future videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can do that in the description below. Just go to my YouTube channel and click subscribe. It's that
And they're
simple.
really good.
Thank you. Good plug. And you can see more of my work at ronrobinsonstudios.com. So until next time, be safe and take care of each other.
And fly safe.
It's going to be a huge event. You know, the public affairs is putting out a lot of information on it. It's going to be the 100th anniversary of Selfridge. Selfridge is the largest Air National Guard base in the country, and they're going to try to have every aircraft that was ever flown at Selfridge on display or flying. So it's a pretty big event. We're bringing in the Air Force Thunderbirds. Probably going to be one of the biggest shows ever put on by Selfridge, and so it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, probably. So to get out there and just see the different aircraft, to see you may not get to see the Air Force Thunderbirds. They're our professional team. They're the best of the best, and just to get out there and see them and get to see all the different resources that are going to be out there, all the different aircraft and whatnot on display. Huge event. It's going to be great for the public to come out and see what their tax dollars are paying for.